All right, right now what we're going to try to accomplish at this point is work what we call shoulder block leg climb armbar setup. Why do we say shoulder block? It's an interesting concept because if you do not block your shoulder, your partner's shoulder, he's going to be able to drive all his weight down and eventually sabotage your attempt and angle to accomplish the armbar. How does that work? I'll first kind of demonstrate what has been taught several times in Jiu-Jitsu, which when you first start, a lot of times, basically they teach you want one arm, you kind of like drag the arm in a little bit, get your foot on the hip, scoot your hip out towards the side of the arm you want to attack, try to climb the other leg as high as possible, either block the face or grab the shoulder, and eventually pass the leg over the face. Very common setup, okay? What happens here is anytime Tim feels his arm is under threat, he will drive his weight down. That's one of the main reactions you can expect, okay? So like for instance, if I was here, trying to follow that procedure here and did everything right, okay? As I'm going for the position, go ahead. So I'm grabbing the arm, I'm not blocking the shoulder, I have a good angle with the arm. But here, look how his shoulder is overwhelming my leg. I'll never be able to develop an angle to step over his face, okay? Once I have what we call shoulder block, that's pretty much when I have the collar grip, that same hand is gonna work to block the shoulder, okay? And here, as I'm in this position, go ahead again. See, when I open space and I try to go for the armbar, my first objective is to climb, my legs over his shoulder. And usually I try to climb the leg over the shoulder first instead of the other leg behind the back, okay, which is another problem that sometimes takes place. Okay, here, go ahead and move a little bit. So once I climb here, I still have to beat the angle of his elbow. I don't know if you notice, his elbow is kind of wide over here. I cannot accomplish the step over the face until I get rid of this elbow. So my hip will change levels and I'll keep pushing with my fist. Punch grip, remember, not the hand, but the fist, until his elbow points in. Once I'm there, now I keep that shoulder block in case he ever tries to put the weight forward. See how I'm sustaining his weight with my arm blocking over there? Now it's time for me to kind of grab the head, and I'll try to tilt his head towards my leg as much as I can, and I lift my hip up. Very important. Most arm bars are lost at this stage. Because what happens here, if my hip is low, as I try to go for the armbar, he's going to pull the elbow out. Okay, that happens a lot. All right, so when I was here earlier, okay, usually the leg that's over the shoulder remains locked under the other leg. I grab the head and I lift my hip. Do you see that? How my hip is elevated? Now I do what we call the short little steps. In this case, because I'm attacking, and my left leg is the one that I'm going to step over first, I'm going to step that leg higher a little bit, then the other one higher a little bit, and then finally, my left leg goes over again. And here right now, I have all the ability to finish him. I don't know if you notice, if he ever tries to put his weight forward, see, he's messed up because my leg is blocking his face, and I still have the shoulder block, and if he tries to pull his arm out, I have my hip really tight against his shoulder. See how I'm squeezing my calf behind his back, and I can literally take all the time to finish him here. One of the things I want you to observe though is if for some reason at this stage you feel your partner still overwhelms you with his weight, if you ever let go of the shoulder, try to get to the arm, you're going to do what we call the V grip, okay? Your grip is going to go across over here, secure your sleeve, and you pull your wrist against your partner's wrist. The reason I say that, if he tries to pull his arm out, now I'm opening the leg just to demonstrate how much pressure he has against his wrist here. Do you see that? I'm not here with the elbow. Pull your arm out, please. Go back again. I'm here. See what I'm saying? So once I was here in this position, I either finish him or start working against his leg. You see how I'm kind of spinning under him here? See, that usually I don't have to flip my partner, which is a misconception in this position. People only become happy about this position if they can literally flip the guy over. All I want is to shift his weight. His weight is on me. Go ahead. I try to get his weight off me. If that happens, I don't try to flip it. I try to finish the armbar, which is clamp your legs behind and elevating your hip. Okay? So the second situation is geared towards when the guy wants to stack you. He wants to stack you. You're gonna V-grip and you're gonna grab the leg. We're gonna kind of go over that slow again one more time. I don't know if you noticed that this is the most favorable circumstance for armbar, for the one I'm demonstrating, when the arms are even and high on your chest. There's plenty of room underneath his elbow for your legs and hip. So once I have the grip here, okay, and I initiate the position, I kind of secure one elbow kind of in between, to, foot on the hip here. I kind of pull the elbow and push the shoulder. I don't care too much about what he does. All my goal is to get my calf over the shoulder. Once that happens, I climb my legs and I secure the second leg behind the back. I still adjust his elbow by using my hip up and down. You see here? Guys, keep your elbow tight, please. I cannot move his arm with my arm alone. Like I said, I have to use my whole body here. You see that? Once I'm here, okay, everything is good for me to grab the head, okay? I try to tilt his head. I lift my hip and I do the 3 little steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Here is the best case scenario. I have to tap right away. Worst case scenario, he still puts the weight against me. He's a very heavy, strong guy, assuming that I can't overwhelm him there. Hold your arm, okay, that's fine. You can still grab your arm if you want to. The other hand, I do what we call the V-grip. I pursue his wrist. I grab my lapel and I put wrist against wrist. Okay, I let go the collar. My hand digs under his thigh, and I will always turn my palm, pointing my thumb down. Whenever I grab his thigh, look at my hands. Okay, so I'm here, I turn. Once I shift his weight, I'll squeeze my calf as much as I can. Put your weight back on me, please. Do you see how I already prevented that from happening? Right now, all I need to do is stretch my hip and pull the wrist with my arm, and the position takes place. There is one last variation on how to finish this position. Several seasoned fighters, when they feel the leg is about to get over their face, they change to evade the angle by moving out of the way. So if the leg is supposed to come from this side, they're gonna always try to move away, okay? And I don't know if you noticed at different times, Tim he's actually an expert in this evasion maneuver, okay? So we're going again for the shoulder block leg climb. So I'm here, foot on the hip. Sometimes it's good for you to open space. Foot on the hip, always put pressure. Whenever you put the foot on the hip, don't rest the foot there. Pressure right away, pull the elbow, push the shoulder, climb your calf, okay, bump your hip, get the elbow in position. Now I'm about to grab his head. I still have the shoulder block, remember. I'm not going with both hands against the arm. I'm staying stable on my position here. He doesn't want this leg to get over. So a lot of times, despite the fact I want to grab his head and keep his head locked this way, he still has some power if he really wants to throw his weight that way. Go ahead. As soon as he does that, I'll literally grab his hand or wrist. That's what I do. And you don't have to finish him. You do not depend for the submission on having your leg over the shoulder. All you want to do here is, as soon as you secure the grip, you lift. Okay, lift a little bit, and then let your hip do the rest for you. Either he's going to tap out because the pressure is going to be overwhelming, or he's going to try in a desperate attempt switch the weight back to where he was. So his head is going to slowly, gradually move back the other way. If that happens, all I need to do is grab and lift my hip 1, 2, and 3. And here we go. I have the first finish. If you ever put enough weight, then stop my finish. V-grip. How does the V-grip work? Sleeve, wrist against wrist. You can hold your arm, that's all right. Here now, I switch the grip under. See, once I'm here, I kick out just enough that I can shift your weight. See, I'm not worried at all about flipping him over. Now here, look my legs. Clamp, and here, let your hip do the rest. Overwhelming pressure, successful finish. Thank you, Tim. Now, I wish it was that easy to do the finish, but as you see, not always the situation will be perfect. Your partner a lot of times will not give you the space that we had just a second ago when both of his arms were even on your chest. What you're going to see now is a strategy when the arms are uneven. And this is what I'm talking about over here. My partner has one arm high on the chest and the other one low against the hip. So right off the bat, he's going to neutralize that leg. Anything I try to do, if I open my guard, if I open my legs right now, actually I'm in danger of having him pinning my leg and getting his knee across. And right now it's not an armbar situation I'm going after. It's a survival situation. I would have to face him passing my guard. So basically here what I want to see is two things. If you feel there is a feasible room for you to circle your knee underneath his elbow, as you uncross your feet, right away you're going to start turning your knee in, okay? And your knee is going to try to go as much inside his arm and then out against the chest as you can, all right? Go back one step, keep your elbow in. If you feel for some reason the arm is too tight and there's no way, you opt though to climb over the shoulder, move your hip against his chest, okay? So it's almost like you're going for a triangle, but actually here, I stretch my hip and I ride his arm back, across, knee, I back up a little bit, knee push against the face, cross your leg over. And why it's important, the knee push here, if the guy tries to pull the arm out, it's a lot of pressure against his neck. If he tries to push the shoulder against my leg to pass the guard, still it's a lot of pressure there of control. I have his neck, really important there. When I cross the second leg over, it's on the forehead that prevents him from moving the weight towards me. Go ahead. If he tries to stack me, do you see how he's trying to stack me here? And I still have my body elevated and his arm is extended. Okay? It's not the case if the leg is too wide or too tight. So it has to be right across the forehead. Okay? And here we go. And we have the finish. This finish might even take place if the guy actually almost passes your guard. See, here you still kind of pop the arm out and you keep pushing against the leg, which is almost like a last resort for you, and I don't think you're going to incur into this problem if you follow all the steps I'm describing. So one more time, uneven arms. Best situation for uneven arms is as I open back and forth, I circle my knee inside, come back with the knee on the chest, and we've seen this situation before where your whole body goes against his arm. You change the stance, climb your leg over. Here I already have, the arm bar. Okay? The same thing again, uneven arms. This time it's going to keep the arm really tight and make it almost impossible for me to step over. So as I open space here, instead I opt to go over the shoulder. Now, really important here is not to rush into the position. You have to secure the grip behind the neck. So you first move your hip, tie up a little bit the triangle, just to get the arm in position. Once you're there, stretch out, push. One more thing here, just knee push against the face. When you're in this position here, stack a little bit. You cannot just push the knee against the face. You have to slide away from the guy. See, so he's stacking there. See how I kind of push my head, walk on my shoulders a little bit. Here now, look, I push the knee, tie up, boom, finish him off.